Good morning, it's me, Diana. I am up early, getting ready to go to Vegas with some girlfriends, and I couldn't sleep. I was so excited. This is what's a bummer about being a morning person. It's literally 4:10. I've been up for about an hour and a half. I'm so excited, and then I guarantee you tonight when it's time to go rage or whatever with my friends, I'm gonna wanna go to sleep at 10. Oh, it's just such a bummer. I used to be a night owl and I'm just not anymore. I'm a morning person. This is my latest video that I wanted to share with you. Really thinking a lot about, how I really want 2019 to be a great year. I always think that every year that this is gonna be my best year ever. I always say that. I set New Year's resolutions. Every year does seem to be a better year for me, and especially recently, trying to absolutely focus on what makes me the happiest, makes me tick, and what I enjoy. I have a job and I have a family, but when I really pay attention to what makes me happy, what makes me tick, and I do those things and I kind of follow those steps every day, it makes me a happier mom, a happier wife. I run a household that's a happier household. I'm a better friend, I'm a better daughter. So it's really been something that I've been thinking about, why do things keep getting better and better for me? And so I sort of wanted to share what's been going on and some changes that I've made recently. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, after I've gotten the baby sort of squared away, I tidy up our space. That can be different for everyone, but for me, I make the bed. I've really gone through and kind of decluttered, so I have much less crap to deal with. I hang up any clothes. I run laundry twice a week for my husband and I don't do the kids' laundry except for the babies. It's very simple in the morning. I usually will brush my teeth, tie my hair back, and then run downstairs. So tidying up my space really gives me a sense of satisfaction, and I just sort of have a peaceful bedroom. I know I'm leaving upstairs so that when I go to bed at night, I'm all set. I have these steps I do, and one of them is I try to accomplish something. So I have this list going all the time. We have a couple things we need to put on eBay. We have 2 computers that we need to donate. I have some returns to do. I have a bill I have to pay. Whatever that is, I try and accomplish at least one thing that I can scratch off it. And it helps keep your life moving forward. And those things can really pile up, so I think it's really important to try and get one thing done a day. Another thing I've been really, really purposeful about this year is to pursue good people. One of the best people in my life is my doctor, and she's also my friend, but she's busy. I have to pursue her. I have to send her text. Something as simple as, hey beautiful, I hope you're having a great day. They might be in a season where they're really busy with their career, or I have a really great friend, one of my best friends from living in Georgia who I just love, and she's near and dear to my heart. Her mom has dementia right now, so she is all consumed. It's really hard for us to get on the phone because of the time change. So what I started doing every Friday would send her a text. It's just a good way to touch base, to stay in contact and not lose touch. So there's this girl that I worked with for years in one of my salons, and she ran the front desk. I loved her. I always loved her. I just thought she was such a go-getter. She had a great work ethic. She wasn't prone to gossip. She didn't get caught up in things. She just came in and did her job and kicked ass every day. She had a good attitude. I happened upon her a couple of months ago. I thought to myself, why am I not going to lunch with this kid? And I got together with her for lunch the other day, and I almost kind of have goosebumps about it because she is kicking ass at her job right now. She's a social worker, and it's not an easy job. And listening to what she's going through right now, I was so inspired. I'm getting a little choked up. It's just so incredibly inspiring to be around someone like that who is doing a really hard job and doing it well, and still she's the same person. She's got a great attitude. She's living a great life. She's contributing. If I'm not intentional about catching up with her, saying, okay, let's set a date. Let's set a date for our next time at lunch. That friendship could slip through my fingers. It really pays to take the time and really pursue good people. So that's been a life-changing thing for me lately. Every day I try to do a little something that's unexpected or good for someone else. So whether that's something small, like just sending someone an encouraging text or telling them that I'm thinking about them. My roses in the front yard are in bloom, and I cut a few of those off. I have the kids run them over to a neighbor. I have this one family who likes my leftovers. I know that sounds crazy, but Like sometimes I end up making huge batches of stuff when I'm cooking. Give her a text, I'm all, hey, swing by. And she's a busy mom, her kids are busy with sports, and she's always, like, they live close by, so she's always willing to come by. There's something cool about doing nice things for someone else. Okay, so my best, most stabilizing thing for your mental health is get some exercise every day. Not twice a week, not 4 days a week, something every day. And the way that I tricked myself into doing this was I said, okay, I'm going to do 20 minutes a day. I guarantee you, if you get on an exercise bike and put the timer for 20 minutes, it goes by like that, especially if you're watching a show. And if you continue that day after day after day, you get in better shape, you get all that oxygen pumping, you feel great about yourself, and before you know it, you're like, I can do 25 minutes, I can do 30 minutes, I can do 35 minutes, and you extend that. Your stamina builds up, you do more, you get more, and you just end up feeling so great at the end of it. Exercise really, really helps with mental stability and, keeping yourself physically fit. So I feel like it's a great example for my kids. So my next tip is to consume something positive. And I can give you a perfect example of this. So my husband and I like The Walking Dead. It's not very positive. It's a doom and gloom world. It's really sad and scary. It's very gory. I hadn't seen it in a while, and we watched 3 episodes back to back the other day. By the time we went to bed, I was like almost twitching with anxiety. It just really affected my brain. Now, my intellectual brain is like, okay, that's not real, that's for entertainment. But the truth is that if you read or consume positive things every day, it really makes a difference in how you see the world. So watching something that's motivational, watching something that warms your heart or makes you feel good about the world, you need to do that for your mind and your heart every single day. And I love doing that. I find stuff either on YouTube or I get books at the library. I tend to keep negative people off my social media feeds and really like and hone in on the people who, like, one of my favorite people to watch is one of my mom's good friends that just had a second grandbaby. Love seeing her post because she and her husband are enamored with these 2 little kids. She always has positive things to say about her daughter-in-law and her son, and she's just an amazing person. I really admire her. So that's the kind of stuff I want to have in my newsfeed, and I don't want to have the kind of stuff where it's just like someone bitching all the time, complaining about this, complaining about that. It's just not for me. Okay, I love the notes I made on this one. Let me just go ahead and read this to you. Plan ahead for awesome. Our adventures aren't just going to happen. You have to plan for them. Do you want to go to Hawaii for a week? I do. I love going to Hawaii. How about a weekend girls trip with girlfriends? I'm getting ready to do that in just a little bit. This stuff doesn't just happen. You actually have to plan it out. So a great date night, what is that going to take in your life? So it takes actual planning. Now, some people have an unlimited budget. I do not currently. I do have friends that will come in and help with my kids. My husband and I have been to Hawaii a lot. We have free passes from my dad. We have friends who we've stayed with over in Hawaii, and then my husband can work over there. So we've actually taken advantage of that a lot, and it's been so good for us. So take advantage of, do your in-laws have a place up in Big Bear? There's some place that you can go. Can you trade houses with a family? Before you know it, you're like, oh wow, look, 2 weekends from now, we have a cousin's weekend coming up. We're flying into San Francisco. It makes a really big difference, and what's better in life than doing fun stuff? So another thing I really try to do every day is learn something new. So learning something new puts you in this sort of like humble mindset where, you're not jaded, you don't think you know everything, you don't think you know it all. So even though I have 5 kids and I've got a 2-year-old, I've raised babies, I've adopted kids, I've been a step parent, I don't think I know it all. As a matter of fact, I know for sure I don't know it all. Getting online and researching how other people are living their lives and learning new things from them, reaching back to like my mom or my aunts for recipes or asking them, hey, how did you handle this when I went through this? Or learning from other people is something that makes me really feel happy, and I really try and do some kind of learning every day. Especially now that I have 5 kids, I set boundaries. So I set personal boundaries. I say no a lot. I have to say no to my phone. I have to say no to drinking. I really like to drink, but drinking every night is not really good for me. It's not good for my weight, and it's not good to be drunk all the time. So I have to say no and set boundaries for myself. Sunday was a beautiful day. We had a little cooking we did together with my son and my daughter. And then my daughter and I went and got a massage. We came back and we just laid on the couch. Leaving space in your week to actually just live as opposed to like looking yourself up all the time has been a really big deal for me. You know, who wants to go to another work party where you're hanging out with people that you're like, really? It's Friday night and here I am with these people that I don't really like again. Go find something that you really like to do and spend your time doing that. So is it reading? Is it roller skating? Is it working out? Is it cooking? Whatever that is, find that happy thing for you and go do that. Don't just fall into whatever everyone else is doing, especially if it's not something that you enjoy. And spend time with people that make you feel great. If you don't set boundaries in your life and you don't sort of curate the kind of life that you want, then life will sort of take you up in this sort of like sea, and it's happened to me before. The PTA, the church, there's always something to get involved in. I ran this pumpkin patch thing, the kids' elementary school, for years, like 8 years, and I loved it. It was actually a lot of fun, and I loved it because it was one of the first things of the school year. I would hit it hard. It was right up my alley. So there's like delegation, and you meet great people, and you get people who are energetic because it's the first thing of the year. So you do it, you have this great festival, this great party, and then it's over with. But the problem with that now is that I have 5 kids, including a baby. So I don't have the time in my day to be involved in stuff like that right now. And just sort of admitting like, I can't be a teen mom. I can't be a leader at my church in any way, holding some court on the PTA. That's not who I am right now. That's not where I'm at. I have to say no. Nighttime is actually one of my favorite times of night. I started putting dinner on the table early, so instead of getting dinner on the table at like 6:30 or sometimes 7, I'm shooting for 5:30 or at the latest 6. Everybody eats, we clean up the kitchen, have our little evening time. We might play Uno with the kids or play charades or do something like that. And then by 8, everyone is sort of like moving upstairs towards bedroom. Now that doesn't mean like everyone's going to sleep at 8 o'clock, but we're starting to kind of wind down. I really have to listen to my body rhythms, and my husband's rhythms are totally different. So he could be up till like 1 or 2 in the morning. He needs much less sleep than I do, and that's okay. I need sleep. I need to go to sleep at a reasonable hour. So in the evenings, I really look forward to going upstairs, putting my little oil in the diffuser, doing my whole like lingering over brushing my teeth and flossing and doing my nighttime routine, which is very simple. I don't like get into really like complicated skin routines or anything like that. I keep it really simple. And just like getting in my cozy PJs and reading, really trying to settle down and be in bed at a reasonable hour because that's what's good for me. And then I'm an early morning person. Love actually waking up early because I get a lot of stuff done. Morning like this, although it probably sounds absurd to a lot of people to be up this early. I got laundry done. I'm able to have some time for myself. Nobody's asking me questions, and I just have some me time. So I've already had a cup of coffee, and I just love this time of the morning. I might go out in the front and see the sunrise. Having a really great year is very dependent on having mostly really great days. To do that, it's not just going to happen. And I really have found that actually pursuing a great year, pursuing mostly great days has made me a much happier person and much more content person. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and you can always subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications.